concept because all you really have to do is recognize the pattern again, just like here looking for the pattern. But this time you're only going to have two things, two squares. The first one and the second one. This is x times x, and this is 9 times 9. So if I wanted to factor this, I would open up the parentheses, just like when I'm factoring, I start there. X times x, 9 times 9, and 1 gets a plus and 1 gets a minus. It's the only tricky part you got to remember. Remember, if you multiply this out, you'll get x times x, which is x squared, x times negative 9, which is negative 9x. 9 times x is positive 9x, and that positive 9x and that negative 9x are going to cancel away. And then 9 times negative 9 is that negative 81. When you have the difference of two squares, that middle term is always going to cancel out. Let's take a look at another one. X squared minus 121. How would I factor this? Open up the parentheses. Recognize that x times x is how I got x squared. And 11 times 11 is how I got 121. One gets a negative, one gets a positive, and I'm done. Let's take a look at another one that has a numerical coefficient with the first term here. Like 16, x squared minus 25. Here, open up the parentheses. 4 times 4 is 16. So instead of just writing the x, I now write 4x. 5 times 5 is 25. 1 gets a plus, 1 gets a minus. Doesn't really matter which gets the plus and which gets the minus, as long as 1 gets a plus and 1 gets a minus. Real easy. Sometimes you're going to get a situation, just like on this example over here, that you're going to have to factor something out first, like this. 2x to the 6th power minus 288. In this example, I would factor out the 2 first by dividing both things by 2. The 2 goes in the front, and then what's left is x to the 6th minus 144. The 2 is sitting in the front there. Now I recognize, how do I get x to the 6th power? You got to remember your product rule. That is gotten by x to the 3rd power times x to the 3rd power. Remember, I add those exponents to get that 6. I have a 12 here and a 12 here because 12 times 12 is 144. 1 gets a plus, 1 gets a minus, and that's it. I'm done.